After studying about the electric circuit, children, let us recall the formula which we have studied to measure the current in any circuit. It is given by I is equal to Q by T. Already you have solved numericals based on this formula, but simply to recall what I am explaining you again, I is equal to Q by T is the very first formula which you are studying in this chapter to measure the current flowing in the circuit, where I is the current in amperes, Q is the charge in coulomb, and T is time in seconds. So, I is equal to Q by T. Based on the given data, you need to manipulate the formula by cross multiplying. Suppose if they have asked you to find the current in the problem, just Q by T you can do. If at all they have asked you to find out Q, what do? I will take the product of I into T. So from that formula only, from each formula children, you can arrive at 3 different formulas. But I will tell you, always keep the standard formula in your mind, that is I is equal to Q by T. If at all they ask you to find the charge by giving you current and time, Q is equal to I into T is the formula. So you will take the product, cross multiplication. You have studied mathematics. Similarly, if they ask you to how much time, how long the current is flowing, means time you need to find out, given current and charge. How do you do? What is T? T, if you multiply, I into T is there. From this formula you can do. T I want to calculate means Q. I already have an LHS, send I. Q divided by I. Here unit you will write ampere, here charge you are finding. So unit is in coulombs, time you are finding, hence unit is in seconds. Unit is very, very important. And we also studied what is this potential difference or voltage. Similarly, to measure this voltage or potential, the formula what we have is V is equal to W by Q. V is potential difference or voltage. P dot D here is the potential difference. V is the potential difference or voltage in volts. W numerator is the work done in joules. You know work done is W. Q is the charge in coulomb. So V is equal to W by Q is the formula which is used to measure the voltage or potential difference across the circuit. Similarly, if at all work done you need to calculate, W is cross multiply V into Q. If at all they ask you to find out what is charge, Q is equal to W divided by V. Like this you need to manipulate the formula according to the given problem. So first only thing which you need to keep now in mind is I is equal to Q by T is the formula which is used to find out the current. V is equal to W by Q is the formula which is used to measure the potential difference or voltage in the circuit. In the worksheets given children, if I asked you what is the formula to measure the current in any circuit, many of you have used this formula, that is written this formula is equal to Q by T. But in few of you have written Ohm's law formula. The Ohm's law is V is equal to I into R. So I will be V divided by R. And this is not wrong. This is also correct. But whichever formula based on the given data, if charge and time is given means you have to use this formula. If the data is in the form of resistance and voltage, then you will need to use this formula. Both the formulas are correct for measuring the current. But I expected you to write this formula. Why? Because I have not started with the Ohm's law yet. That is the only reason I have put you wrong. You can use both the formulas once you are thorough with the whole lesson. But based on the data again, charge and time is given, if current is given, you cannot use Ohm's law, right? Similarly, voltage or resistance is given, you cannot use I is equal to Q by T formula. Both are correct. So these are the two basic formulas which we need to remember, children. Next, I said you simultaneously read the textbook as well. Hope you all are reading it. Here you have the definition of potential difference given in page number 95 of your textbook. It is defined as the electric potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit carrying some current as the work done to move unit charge from one point to another. Unit means it is unity is 1. You all know, right? So work done in moving a charge from one point to another, or unit charge from one point to another. Here, when the battery is connected, we all know that electrons, the chemical reaction takes place in the battery, which is providing the potential difference in the circuit and making the free electrons present in the wire to flow. Correct? So it is the work done in moving unit positive charge from one point to another. This is the definition for the voltage or the potential difference which you need to study. Go through the textbook, children. Next you have V is equal to W by Q formula, and here you have the definition of what is 1 volt. We know volt is the volt, or voltage is the unit which is used to measure the potential difference. So it is W by Q means, here only if you write, unit of work done is joule, unit of charge is coulomb. If at all you take coulomb to the numerator, it becomes J C to the power minus 1, or J bar C, joules per coulomb, or joule C to the power minus 1. Both are correct. Hence, based on that, they define the potential difference is measured by means of an instrument called voltmeter. Voltmeter is always connected in parallel, and 1 volt is when 1 joule of work is done to move a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to another. This is how they define. So it is the work done for what? In moving a unit charge from one point to another. So here we are talking in terms of work done and charge. So voltage is nothing but joule per coulomb. Hope you are clear with it, children. Next, you have one example problem based on this formula which we should solve now. Very easy question. How much work is done in moving a charge of 2 coulomb across 2 points having a potential difference 12 volts is the question. So the first step in solving the problem is writing the given data. So this is the problem, children. Here, if we write the given data, see how much work is done means we don't know what is the work done. So W is question mark for this formula. In moving the charge of 2 coulomb means charge Q is 2 coulomb across 2 points having a potential difference of 12 volts. So potential difference V is 12 volts. So we need to find out what is the work done. I showed you previously how to manipulate the formulas based on the given data. Here we know what is voltage and what is charge, but we don't know what is the work done. So if V is equal to W by Q, what is W? It is simply the product of V into Q, cross multiply. Okay, V into Q. W is equal to how much is voltage? 12 volts into charge is 2 coulomb. So work done is 12 twos are 24. What is the unit of work done? Joule. So W is equal to 24 joule is the answer. Always write capital J. This one you have studied. This is how you solve the problems on this formula. Either V, W or Q. Any one will be the unknown data in the problem. So this is how we solve, children. Hope you are. Next, children, in your textbook, page number 97, you have symbols of some commonly used components in the electric circuit. We already studied about the basic electric circuits, right? What all it consists of? A conducting wire, battery, switch or the plug key, voltmeter, ammeter and the bulb. Now, along with that, and I showed you, ammeter means A in the circle, 2 lines of the 2 conducting sides. Similarly, voltmeter, plus minus like this. Switch, this is how you represent. Battery, 1 positive, 1 negative. Like this, representations are there for each and every device we connect in the circuit. Which are they? Here you have it, children. In page number 97 in your textbook, in the tabular column, you have, and I want you all to write it neatly in the A4 size sheet. This will be your first project or the activity for your FA1. Okay. Along that, let us study quickly, revise what it is. An electric cell or a battery is represented by like this with 1 positive and 1 negative. If at all you write only one positive and one negative like this, then you call it as a cell, which you use no in science exhibitions and all. You use the batteries or the cells which you bring, no, that is a cell. You call it a cell. Plus and negative terminal, positive and negative terminal. If you show many lines like this, long line, short line, long line, short line, it is a battery. Many cells connected one beside the other makes the battery, whereas only one long line and negative terminal short line represents the cell. That is what they have given. Next is a battery or a combination of cells. Combination of cells is nothing but battery. That is what we have written now. See, like this. So cell or battery. Next is plug key or the switch. Here switch open and switch closed, both they have shown. So here I showed you the representation of the switch or the plug key. If at all no dot is written, switch or the plug key is open, switch is open. If you have placed the dot in between these brackets, then it means switch is closed. A wire or a joint. Here I said you this rectangular box is nothing, simply the box, but it is the conducting wire. If at all, here you see one wire throughout. In the higher studies, when you study about the various wires connected in the circuit, it is not like single wire. Yes, no? There will be many wires which is coming. So the junction of these wires are represented by the dot like this. This is the junction of the wire or the wire joint. Wires crossing without joining. In few cases, the wires will join and it has one intersecting point. That is, this is how we represent. If at all, if two wires are overlapping but not joining or meeting, means how do we represent this? Suppose if this horizontal line is one wire, one more vertical wire if you are connecting, see, just give a curve and draw a line like this. Give a curve like this. Either way you can write. See, like this. This represents, so horizontal wire, vertical wire, both are there. When it comes about to meet, two wires are about to meet, if they are meeting, junction point like this. If they are not meeting, then this curve should be used to represent that the wires are not coinciding or meeting with each other. Next you have electric bulb, which we already know the representation. Next is resistor and variable resistor. Before that, 10 and 11 we shall read, that is ammeter and voltmeter. By this time you might have become familiar with these two. Next let us learn about this resistor or the variable resistance one, that is variable resistance or the rheostat. We studied now what is resistor. Resistance, it is on the property of the conducting material to control the flow of. Resistance is the property to control the flow of current through it. The device of the component is called resistor. It is represented by capital letter R, and symbolically how it is represented means like this. And unit of resistance is ohms. It is measured in terms of ohms, OHMS, and unit it is symbolically shown as so. So here you have resistor means, suppose we can say the resistance of the value of this resistance is 2 ohms or 5 ohms, anything you can say. So whenever we write such values like 2 ohms, 5 ohms, or both, it cannot be any one value. Suppose we say 2 ohms, then this resistor has value 2 ohms. It is fixed. In few experiments, in higher electrical circuits which you study, this value of resistance, we need not keep the resistance which has fixed value. We can keep on changing its value, means it can vary. We can vary the value of resistance. See, same resistance, I have mentioned here 2 ohm is the value of this resistor, but whereas here I am not mentioning how much value it is. It may be anything, 3 ohm, 5 ohm, 1 ohm, 10 ohm, 15 ohm, anything it can be. So it does not have fixed value, means it is varying. If it is varying means you show that by representation of this arrow mark. On the resistance symbol, if you draw an arrow mark facing upwards, it means the resistance is varying. It is not fixed value. you can vary the value while doing the experiment. How many, as you vary the current, you can vary the resistance while conducting any experiment by using this circuit. This is one of the way of representing. One more way is showing arrow mark like this. You can see clearly in the textbook there. So you can show either by putting arrow mark on that or by this way. Both means the resistance is not fixed and it is varying. This device through which, see, once you come to the school, I will show you in the laboratory, children, we have this device where you can vary the resistance value, and that device is called rheostat. It is called rheostat. It is the device in which you can vary the value of the resistance depending on our requirement. So these are the different circuit symbols. I would like to tell you once again that this tabular column should be written neatly in the A4 size sheets. In the front page, your name, roll number, right, 10th standard roll number, not 901, 902, and neatly this tabular column you need to be done, and pin it and keep it with you. Please don't send to me in the WhatsApp. It will be collected when the school reopens. Keep this activity of FA1 ready. Next class we shall study what is this Ohm's law. Till then, study the textbook, children. Read the textbook and try to understand the concepts. Any doubts you can ask me. Till then, take care. Thank you.